This video shows how the colors displayed by the LED indicator on top of your 43 kilowatt AC wallbox charging station can guide you when operating your charging station. The LED indicator displays 4 colors, indicating the status of the charging station. The light can be firm or blinking to show you the status of your charging station. This film also explains what to do when no light is displayed by the indicator. The information in this video is also available in the manual, where you can find more detailed instructions. If the manual or this video can't help solve your issue, please contact your support for further assistance. A firm green light indicates that your charging station is available and ready for charging. When you start charging, the light switches to firm blue. If the light stays green when your vehicle is connected, this indicates that your vehicle is not yet ready for charging, or that the charging station requires authentication. First, make sure that your vehicle is ready for charging. Are all doors closed, and is the gear in parking mode? Or anything else that can affect the initiation of the charging. If the charging station needs authentication, you should present your RFID device. The light will turn yellow and then blue when the charging starts. If the charging station is supposed to work without authentication, contact the support and ask them to verify that free charging is activated. If the LED indicator lights up for 30 seconds with green light, this indicates that the charging station has received a command from the backend to start charging and is waiting for the vehicle to connect. Secure that the charging cable is properly connected to the vehicle. Check the intake on the vehicle for obstructions or dirt. A firm blue light ensures that your charging works properly. It indicates that the vehicle has an ongoing or paused charging. If it is a blinking blue light, it indicates that the charging station is reserved for a specific user. Please contact the support if this is not the desired mode. Red light indicates error. By following these steps, you might detect what causes the error and how to solve it. If a firm red light is displayed when you connect the vehicle, this might indicate that the charging cable is damaged. Check the charging cable and the connectors for damages, and verify that the CP connection pin and the red wire isn't loose, or that the connections are bad in either of the ends, including inside the wall box. You should also verify grounding of the charging station. If the firm light appears during charging, this might be caused if the residual circuit current breaker, the RCCB, has been triggered, if a DC fault is detected, if the miniature circuit breaker, the MCB, is triggered, or if the DC fault monitor is defect. If the residual current circuit breaker has been triggered, please reset it on the side of the charging station. Verify that the 8-pole quick connection on the charge controller is properly connected, and make sure that the grounding and the phases in the building's electrical system are correct. The red light might be caused by a DC fault that has been detected. To address it, disconnect the charging cable from the vehicle, which makes the LED indicator turn green. Reconnect the charging cable to start charging. The charging will start automatically after 15 minutes. If the miniature circuit breaker, the MCB, has been triggered due to overload or short circuit, you should identify the cause and reset it. Check internal wiring and components for possible reasons for short circuit, and make sure the allowed maximum current in the back-end charger configuration hasn't been exceeded. A firm red light that appears during charging will also appear if the DC fault monitor is defect. Check the charge controller. If the orange LED indicator on the charge controller is firm lit, then the charge controller needs to be replaced. If a firm red light appears for 3 seconds when you present your RFID device, it indicates that the RFID isn't valid or hasn't been approved in the back end. Contact the support to verify that the RFID card or tag is approved by backend. If the LED indicator starts blinking red during operation, it indicates that the charging station has been deactivated. Contact the support and ask for remote activation. If the LED indicator isn't displaying any light and the left side energy meter, P1, isn't displaying any numbers, the power failure may be caused by a triggered upstream circuit breaker, or if the main circuit breaker inside the bottom of the charging station is deactivated. If the problem is caused by an upstream circuit breaker, you should reset it in the upstream switchboard. If the issue is caused by the charging station's main circuit breaker, you should reset it. You find it inside the bottom of the charging station. If the LED indicator isn't displaying any light, but the left side energy meter, P1, has power, the power failure may be caused by one of the following issues: a deactivated 1-pole 10 ampere circuit breaker, a deactivated 12-volt supply unit, that the upper top card PCB doesn't receive power from the 12-volt supply unit. When operating the charger, the charge controller should always blink green. If the 12-volt power supply unit has power, but the charging controller still doesn't indicate green, this can be caused by a bad connection between the DC terminal and the upper top card, or that the charge controller doesn't receive power or is malfunctioning. If the issue is caused by the 1-pole 10 ampere circuit breaker, you should reset it. If the issue is caused by a deactivated 12-volt supply unit, verify that the 12-volt supply unit is receiving 220-volt AC power via the terminals L and N. If the upper top card doesn't receive power from the 12-volt supply unit, try to disconnect the red cable and the black cable from the 12-volt power supply unit on the terminals plus and minus. If the green light labeled DC OK on the 12-volt supply unit lights up when you disconnect the two cables, this indicates that the 12-volt supply unit has power and that it has detected an earth fault in one of the DC-powered components in the charging station, like for example the controllers, the upper top card, the router, etc. If the green light on the 12-volt supply unit doesn't light up, consider replacing the power supply unit. If the light indicator on the charge controller doesn't blink green, check the red and black cable and connection between DC terminal and upper top card, PCB. Quick connection, located on the far left side of the upper top card in the charging station. If this doesn't solve the problem, verify that the controller has 12-volt DC power supplied via the 4-pole quick connection on the downside of the controller, terminal 1 and 2 from the left, and that the light is blinking green. If the power supply is okay, but the indicator doesn't blink green, then consider replacing the charge controller. If the orange alarm LED indicator on the charge controller is firm lit, then the charge controller needs to be replaced. Have you tried everything without success? Contact your support. Please have the M number available.